Hi guys, so let's start with the practice for keeping the endgame in mind principle. And our focus at this moment will not actually be dealing with the implementation, right? But practicing our mindset. So right now we want to see how all that previous theory applies. Keeping the endgame in mind, we said it's about controlling the direction of our application. And for this, we want to have more deliberateness. We said that each implementation effort is like an iceberg with the context, change, and maintenance to be considered. Okay, so now let's go into the application. And for this, I will be using the hiring sample application. Comes out of the box with the installation. Okay, and we'll be focusing on this send escalation notice, right? And we'll assume the business request is exactly this, right? If the general manager does not approve or reject the request by the due date, the system automatically sends the general manager a notification email, right? So it's about sending a reminder email to a manager. And we'll do this in two parts. First, we'll go with our default approach, right? How not to handle it, right? What we used to do in the before going through this new habit of focusing and being more deliberate. So we'll check our default reactions. We'll just create the implementation service and focus on making it work. Okay, so we'll do exactly that. I create here a new implementation service. I'll call it send escalation notice to manager. And right, first thing in our mind, how do we send an email? Using that out of the box email sending service. Very easy. Here in the implementation, we'll select the email send IBM BPM email, much email to be sent. Okay, tidy this up. Well, I like things to be neat. Right, not neat enough. Send out of the box email. Okay, so actually this is out of the box email sending like this. And we just need to put the information here. So we have the true, we'll put manager at email.com from BPM system at email.com, subject, you have an overdue task, and the message, please log in the BPM portal and finish your task. We might even put a thank you here. We're nice like that. Okay, and go through localhost. SMTP. Now I can even test this just to make sure it works. Yay, we have a new message. You have an overdue task to manager email. Please log in the BPM portal and claim finish your task. Thank you. For sure, this might get more work, better look and feel, but for now, it's what business wants. And one thing here that we require is the manager email, right? So we'll need to pass in manager email. That's for sure our most dynamic thing. Manager email. And we just need to pass it in. So from here, we want to get the manager email. So for sure, I have to create another manager email workflow level. And we'll pass it in. And we have to capture it around here. All right, so we want to know what is the email of the user doing this task. All right, so we can do this on the pre, I think, and just say that the local manager email, and then just use the TW system user In here you see we have name, full name, and an attributes. This is a list, actually an array with attributes, a record. And let's say this is task email address. This is the default property for the user's email address. Right. And this is where we think like congratulate ourselves. We did a very good work. Almost done with send escalation notice, 5 user story points, easy as pie. And the issues then will come up when the QA starts testing, and there is an issue where this attributes task email address might not contain any emails because the LDAP system and BPM system don't really synchronize on all the attributes. BPM will only care about that name and full name, will not actually go and bring in the email also. So we're not really foolproof here. And we are also not foolproof here, right? We're assuming that at this point we'll always get the right user, because there is a possibility that this task, which is assigned to the lane and goes to the general managers, might not have been claimed, right? So the token is here and waiting for user to claim it. But at the moment the timer triggers, there is a chance that we don't actually have the actual user. So this might again break. You can see here we have these two problems to tackle, right? And I will stop here, okay? The idea is we wanted to see our reactions, our default reactions. And maybe you're not seeing it, but the code is driving us, okay? So my focus right now is how do I figure these technical issues, right? I went headfirst into handling this, easy email sending, but now I have to deal with these edge cases. And you see, this puts me also in the position of adding more stuff. And actually I went here and I modified the variables of the global flow. And this is like adding a new glue wire, because I'm toying with the structure without myself being in control of it. I am pushed around by my own technical solution, right? So I'm not that deliberate in my direction. I'm just trying to get one service to work, right? And I'm hacking around it. And this is just a small application, but you can already see it goes to a messy direction. So we're not moving to our more clean solution that we want to be. And this is not the way to handle it, right? And we want to correct this behavior of ours, capture ourselves when we see that the code takes control and we're just trying to make something work. It means we are working based on the edge cases of the code and not the direction we want to have. And for this, we'll do the second part and try to see how that context, maintenance, and change together, right, can offer us a better vision, right, a better direction, and to also keep this overall application cleaner. Okay, so let's jump into the second part and do it right. Thank you.